Welcome back. Today's class, we're looking at working on the hips, doing some hip mobility, primarily focusing on hip internal rotation. So we'll start with our hip CARs. We'll start on the right side. So for this one, we're going to do it standing today and find an area where you can find your balance. So whether it's up against the wall, holding onto a chair, or some kind of stick to hold you in place. You can do a balancing if you really want, but we really want to focus on the rotation of the hip and not have to worry about too much about our balance. So from there, I like to take my right hand behind my head, take a breath in, irradiate, create some tension throughout your body. From there, pick that right leg up, bring it across your body as much as you can, so adduct, then reach it up in towards your chest, externally rotate, take it wide, wide, wide. When you get to your maximum here, internally rotate as you reach back behind you, behind you, behind you, extend, bring the knees to stack on top of each other. Keep maintaining that tension throughout your body, extend back, abduct, take it wide, externally rotate, and back by your side, trying to get as much rotation, as much movement as you can each time. Through each of the movements, that's one, bring it up and towards your chest, cross, out to the right, take it wide, internally rotate as you kick back as far as you can. Try not to extend at the low back, knees stack, kick it back, abduct, take it wide as you externally rotate, nice and high in towards the chest, and back across. Keep moving, lift it up, take it wide, externally rotate, and internally rotate, reach back behind you, back by your sides, back by the knees, extend back, take it wide, as you externally rotate, and back by your sides. All right, I'm going to show you from the reverse angle just so you get both sides. So from here, take my left hand behind my head, bring that left knee in towards chest, take it wide, take it adduct towards the center, then take it out to the left, take it wide. From there, internally rotate as you reach back behind you. Comes back, knees stack, extend, take it out wide, abduct, externally rotate. As you come across, knee as high up in towards the chest as you can, back by your side. From there, adduct, bring it across to the right, knee in towards the chest as you externally rotate. Abduct, take it wide, internally rotate. As you reach back behind you. From there, stack the knees, extend it back. Abduct, take it wide as you externally rotate up and towards the chest. Flexion as high as you can as you bring it across and back down. We got one more here. Bring it up, take it wide, internally rotate. As much rotation as you can as you kick back. Knees stack, kick it back, take it wide, abduct, and externally rotate and across. All right, I'll meet you in a sec and we'll change positions. All right, so now we're going to come down to the ground. We're going to continue with our hip CARs, controlled articular rotations. We're going to do it for a side lying position now. We're going to do them straight leg. So come to lie down. We'll lie down on our left side. We'll take our arms out in front of us. So the left hand reaching in a fist, the top hand grabbing on and pushing with the bottom hand, pulling with the top, just so you can create some more tension throughout your body. So from here, take a breath in, irradiate, create tension throughout the whole body, about 30% or so. From there, lift that right leg up, straight leg, bring it in towards your hands. Then take it wide as you can. As you get your sticking point here, internally rotate the hip. As you reach back behind you, keep maintaining that tension throughout your body. The legs stack on top of each other. Then extend back behind you. Then externally rotate up towards the shoulder. You get to your maximum here. Take it wide, back down, and meet the other leg. We'll do 3. Actually, we'll do 2 on this side, then we'll switch. So if we're continuing, bring it in, flex up towards the toes, up towards your hands. Take it wide, internally rotate as you kick back behind you. Nice, and stack those legs. Extend, externally rotate as you bring it up towards your shoulder. And wide, and back down. All right, we'll switch it over to the other side. Again, we'll do 2 on this side as well. So Breath in, irradiate, create some tension throughout your body. Flex, bring that top hip in towards you, nice straight leg. Take it as wide as you can. As you hit your sticking point, internally rotate. As you reach back behind you, keep working for more internal rotation, more. Stack the legs on top of each other. Kick back, externally rotate, and you're looking for as much external rotation the whole time. So keep rotating. And then bring those legs stacked on top of each other. One more. Bring it up towards those fists. Take it as wide as you can. Internally rotate. As you reach back behind you. Straight leg ones are a killer. Extend back. Externally rotate as you bring it up towards your shoulder. And then wide in front and back down. All right, good work. So from here, we're going to get into our base setup. And we're going to do this position. We're going to do this work today from the 90-90. So what we're going to do, we're going to go left shin forward in our 90-90. And then if this is an uncomfortable position for you at all, if it's just, you can try a couple of different things here as I adjust my mats. So I got my left shin forward, and what I mean by 90-90 is my left hip and knee are in line, and knee and ankle are in line. Same with the back leg. So today we're going on internal rotations. We're mainly going to be working on this back hip. So if this front hip, you can play around with it a little bit. You can bring it a little bit closer. You can also place a block underneath that front hip as well if that helps you at all. So what we're going to do, firstly what we need to do is find the stretch, the internal rotation stretch on this back hip. So in order to do that, what I do, I'm going to bring my hands behind me and I turn my chest and torso towards that back hip. Then from here, what I'm doing here, I'm just leaning back, twisting. I'm just trying to find where do I feel the stretch best. We're not looking for an overwhelming stretch. We're looking for some sensation sort of in the outside and the front sort of area of this hip, more on the outside and the back area of the hip there. So once you find the stretch, I'm just going to hold here for about 2 minutes. So once you find your stretch, just sit back and relax. And we go into some nice, slow, controlled breathing. So what I mean by that is around about 4-second inhales and around about 8 seconds on the breath out. And if you're sitting in the stretch and you found that initially and the sensation has faded a little bit, you might find that you might be able to turn a little bit more towards that back hip. Of course, if you're already at your end range, then just stay right there. All right, so while we're just resting here, let me go over our cues for what's today. We'll do our pails and rails. So the first one will be our pails. What we'll do, we will take our right hand to the outside of that back knee, and then we will create some tension throughout the body, and then we will try to externally rotate as if we were lifting that knee off the ground and rotating the hip back away from us. So that is our pails, and then our rails, we will bring that hand back behind us, and we would imagine like we're trying to lift this back ankle up towards the front of the mat here, towards the front heel, internally rotating the hip. Okay, so we'll hold out here another 20 seconds or so. I'll go over those cues again when we get started. And with that first one, the pails, we want to start at about 20% intensity, then we slowly build it up. If this is the first time you've ever done this, then only go to about 60% or so. Don't max out. You have to build up to this sort of work. All right, so from there, take your right hand to the outside of that knee as a block hand, so it's not going to allow that knee to move. Take a breath in, irradiate, and then slowly start driving that knee into the hand blocking the knee, 20%. Tension throughout the entire body, 40%, building up tension. 60%. Keep working, keep trying to externally rotate from the hip. If this is the first time you've done this, stay right there. If you've done this before, 80%, building up the intensity. Keep working, keep trying to rotate. Now 100%, maximum effort here, trying to rotate for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand behind you, internally rotate, max effort. Because the first time you do it, stick to that 60%. You've done it before, max effort straight away. We don't build up on the rails, we go straight into it. Trying to rotate as much as you can, trying to lift that heel up, that ankle up off the ground towards that front heel. Keep working. It should be hard for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. You get a little bit crampy, I was just about to cramp. That's okay. If you ever do get a cramp in there that you just can't handle, then you can just rotate away from that hip for a second and come back, and hopefully that'll subside for you. So we're going to go back to our passive stretch. We're going to hold here for about 30 to 45 seconds. And you may find that after that first round, you may find that you might be able to rotate a little further towards that back hip. You may have just opened up a little bit more range right there. Going back to your nice slow breathing. And so that range that you may have just opened up, you don't quite own that range just yet. But now that we've opened up the range, now we can work on strengthening within that range. We'll hold here for another 15 seconds. And then we'll go back to our pails and rails. All right. Get ready, bring that right hand to the knee. Take a breath in, irradiate, create some tension throughout your body, and externally rotate into the hand 20%. And 40%, building up the tension, slowly up to 40%. Again, 60%. Staying there again if that's your first time, staying right there. Otherwise, continuing, 80%, trying to really rotate from the hip. Max effort, your safest, greatest effort. Rotating out. Keep working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right hand behind you. Internally rotate. Max effort, your safest, greatest effort straight away. Keep working, keep rotating. That's it. Stick with it. About to cramp. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Okay. All right. We'll go back to our passive stretch. A nice slow breathing once again. If this is the first time you've done this, I'll probably stick to 2 rounds. I'm going to do a third. If you do want to go a third and this is your first time, then just go to about 30% intensity. Don't overdo it. Okay, again, you might be able to rotate a little further towards that back hip. Nice straight spine. Nice controlled breath. Another 15 seconds. And we'll get ready for our third and final round. Okay. So get ready. Bring that right hand to the outside of the knee. Take a breath in, irradiate. And that's it. Start driving out, externally rotating 20%, slowly building up the tension. 40%. Again, if this is your first time you're doing this third round, just stay right there. That's good. First time, just stick with it. 60%. Keep working. Building up. 80%. And now your safest, greatest effort, rotating out. Keep working. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand behind you, internally rotate. Max, safest, greatest effort. This is our final round on this side. Keep working. Another 10 seconds. Last time on this side. Let's go. 5, 4. I'll tell you to slowly relax. 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Whew. Right, you might be able to rotate a little bit more. And we'll go one final round in our passive stretch. And then we'll do some other fun stuff on this same side. And go back to your nice slow breathing, calming the nervous system down. We'll just go another 10 seconds here. Okay. All right, what we're going to do now, we're going to back out of this range of motion a little bit. So that means turning a little further towards that front shin or the front leg. We're going to do some passive range holds, and then we'll do some lift-offs as well. So I'll just show you this first one, and then we'll do it together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my right hand, I'm going to grab for the outside of that foot or the ankle. I'm going to hold that leg as much into my maximum passive range right here. Now what I'm going to do, I'll take a breath in, irradiate, and then slowly release my hand and try to keep the leg as it is. You see mine dropped. That's my maximum active range of motion. I've got quite a variance between my active and passive. We hold for the allotted amount of time. We go back. And then what we do, we grab back on. And we do the same thing for reps. We'll do about 5 reps on this one, okay? And for this, if you need to lean a little bit off to the side, that's totally fine, no worries. You can lean off to the side, you can come down to the elbow. You need to be able to, of course, still be able to grab that foot. So from here, grab that ankle, grab that foot, bring it into your maximum, your passive range here. Take a breath in, irradiate, try and keep the foot where it is, so create some tension, and slowly release the hand, hold the foot where it is for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab back onto the foot. If it fell all the way to the ground, no worries, we just continue. Take a breath in, and slowly release the hand, create that tension, hold the foot where it is as best as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab back on. 3 more. Take a breath in, hold the foot where it is, and release the hand. 5, 4, keep trying to internally rotate. 2, 1. Grab back on. I think we've got 2 left. Take a breath in. Irradiate, try and hold the foot where it is, trying to internally rotate. 3, 2, 1, grab back on, last one. Take a breath in, and slowly release, trying to keep the foot where it is. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now try and keep the foot where it is, but slowly coming back down to the ground. All right, have a little rest. If you need a drink, you can grab a quick drink. You can pause the video. Now what we're going to do is some passive range lift-offs. So what we're going to do, from here, extend that leg back behind me. And from there, I lift up and back down. Okay, we'll do 10 in total. On the last one, we'll hold for about 10 seconds. So for this one, if you can't lift the leg, if you can't lift that ankle up, and you can come down onto the elbow, you can bring the hand out to the side. But what we don't want you to do is lift up and go to the side. So trying to find a position where you can keep your torso and the rest of the body nice and still. We're just making the movement at the hip, okay? I like to also grab onto this front shin, give yourself a little bit more leverage. From there, take that breath in, irradiate, lift up and back down. The higher up you are, the harder it is. Lift up. Back down, up, down, lifting up and down, up and down, up, back down, up and down. 2 more, up, down. Last one we hold. Breath in, up and hold. Tension throughout the body, trying to rotate as much as you can. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. Whew. All right. If you need a rest, you can rest. I'm going to switch it straight over to the other side. So from here, I set my 90 up again. I got my right shin forward. I got that back leg. But again, you can play with that front leg. You can bring the heel closer. You can bring a block under that front hip as well if you need. So from there, I need to find my passive stretch. So I bring those hands behind me. I sit up nice and tall, and I start to turn towards that back leg. Again, you can lean back a little bit. You can turn here. You're just finding where you feel that stretch, but on the outside of that hip. I'm just trying to find my stretch, and right there, that's good for me. So I'm just going to hold right here. And we go back to our nice, slow, controlled breath. 4 in, about 8 out. So these hips might be a little bit tender if this is the first time, or maybe not even if this is the first time. Might be a little bit tender for a couple of days afterwards, and that's totally normal. If it's still sore and tender, 3, 4, 5 days later, you probably just went a little bit too hard. So give yourself a little bit of a break, and the next time you do it, just bring that intensity down a little bit, and over time you can slowly build up to your maximum effort. This is probably stuff that we really, unless you do a lot of mobility stuff, is probably an area that you very rarely train, so you've got to slowly build up into it. Just holding out here, breathing. Again, if you lose that sensation a little bit, you can readjust the body until you find that stretch again. While resting here, I'll go over our pails and rails cues again. So this time I would bring the left hand to the outside of that knee, and then I could take my breath in, irradiate, and then I'd keep the hand, my block hand there, and try to externally rotate the hip into the hand. And then for our rails, I'd bring that hand back behind me, and I try to lift the ankle up, rotating the hip forward towards that front leg. We'll hang out here for about another 30 seconds. All right, let's get ready. Let's bring that left hand outside of the knee. Take a breath in, irradiate. Start slowly building up the tension, rotating into that block hand from the hip, trying to make the movement just from the hip here. 20%. And building up slowly up to 40. 60%. Again, first time, just stay right there. Otherwise, we continue. 80%, really driving into that hand, building up tension. Max, safest, greatest effort. 10. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that hand behind you, internally rotate. Safest, greatest effort straight away. So we don't build this one up. Straight away. Again, 60% if it's your first time. Otherwise, give me all you got. You start to cramp. Can't keep it going. I'm cramping right now. Keep working. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. Ooh. Cramp. That's a good one. All right, we'll go back to our passive stretch. We'll hang out here. Another 30 seconds. Back to your slow, controlled breathing. Trying to tap into that parasympathetic. Rest and digest. Because we got 2 more rounds. All right, let's get ready. Bring that left hand outside of the knee again. Take a breath in, irradiate. Externally rotate. Again, slowly building up. 20%. 40%. 60%, building up tension. Keep working. Staying right there if it's your first time, otherwise continuing. 80%, rotating. Keep working, maximum, safest, greatest effort for 10 more seconds. And keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind you, internally rotate. Maximum, safest, greatest effort. Keep working. Oh. If you got that cramp back, so good, just keep working. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. And you might be able to rotate a little further towards that back hip. Find that stretch again. Third and final round, always optional. If that's enough for you, then just rest. Skip past this third one, and we can meet you back for those holds and lift-offs. Back to nice controlled breathing. We'll be here in about 20 seconds or so. And if this is your first time, that third round, you can skip it or just really dial down the intensity. 30% or so is sufficient. All right, let's get ready. Left hand outside of the knee. Take a breath in, irradiate. Start rotating out into that hand, slowly building up. 20%. 40%, building up tension. 60. 80%. Maximum, safest, greatest effort. Hold in there another 10 seconds. Final round. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand behind you, internally rotate. Maximum, safest, greatest effort straight away. Keep working. Final round here. Get everything you got. Cramp it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly relax. And you might be able to rotate a little further towards that back hip. One final round of our passive stretch. And then we'll go into those lift-offs and the passive range hold. That fun stuff. All right. Hanging out here, another 15 seconds. All right, let's get ready. So again, we need to back out of this range of motion. So that means rather than turning towards the back hip, we turn a little towards that front hip. And I'll just go over this one again. So those passive range holds, I would grab the ankle, lift up to my maximum passive range, take a breath in, try and maintain that height, and then release, grab back on, and continue. Do 5 reps again on this side as well. And you give those wrists a little bit of rest, planting down there, shake them out a little bit, and let's get ready. So from there, grab that back ankle, lift up, hold right there, take a breath in, try and maintain that hip where it is, and the ankle where it is, release the hands slowly and hold. 5, 4, keep trying to internally rotate, 3, 2, 1, grab back on, bring it back into that range, breath in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, grab back on. We'll do 3 more. Hold right there, breath in. Try to hold it, internally rotate, try to rotate as much as you can. 3, 2, 1, grab back on. 2 more, stick with it. Breath in, rotate, trying to hold it right there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you get a little shaky in the leg, that's all good. Do 1 more, holding breath. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, One, slowly come back down. Whew. Make some funny faces like me. That's all good. It's all part of it. So what we'll do now, we'll do our passive range lift-offs. So you've got to find an amount of rotation. So you can turn a little bit more towards that back leg, but the more you rotate it, you won't be able to lift up. It'll be harder to lift up. So find yourself where the angle of your torso towards that back hip, or sorry, the back hip or the front hip, is to a position where you can just lift off, but you don't have to lean off to the side to lift off. So you've got to work that out for yourself again. You can lean off to the side, you can go on the elbow, hand off to the side, whatever works for you. You want a nice, stable rest of the body, just working the hip. So find that position for yourself. Take a breath in, lift up, back down, up, and down. We'll do 10 in total. That's 3, back down, up, and down. Lift it up, and down, up, down. 4 more, up, down, up, and down. 2 more. Lift it up, down. Final time. Breath in, lift it up and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back down. Whew. All right. So we'll finish up, everybody. Again, if you need a little rest, pause, take a drink, whatever you need. And we'll finish with some side-lying hip cars and then some capsular cars for the hips as well. So we're going to come back down to that side-lying position. And this time we'll do bent knee. So I'll take our hand down in front, punch with the bottom, pull with the top, create some tension, take a breath in. Bend that top knee in towards your chest. Take it wide as you can. Internally rotate as you reach back behind you. And then stack the knee on top, keep the knee bent. Extend back. Externally rotate as you bring the knee in towards the shoulder. Back down. And reach it back out. We'll do 3 in total on this side. Bring it in. Take it wide. Internally rotate as you reach back behind you. Stack the knees. Kick it back. Externally rotate. Take it wide in towards the shoulder. Back down. And reach it nice and long. In towards the chest. Flex. Wide. Abduct. Internally rotate as you reach back. And then stack the knees on top. Extend. Kick back. Donkey kick. Externally rotate. Take it wide as you come in towards the shoulder. And back down to meet the other leg. All right, we'll actually just stay on this side since we're already here. We'll do our capsular cars from this position. So from here, bring your knee in towards your chest. Take it as wide as you can, so abduct. And from there, just go internal rotation and external rotation. Internal and external. Internal and external. I didn't mention, but if this at all becomes a bit uncomfortable on your neck, you can always pop a block underneath your head as well. We'll do another 3, internal. All right, nice, bring it back down. We'll switch it over to the other side. For this side to go, and then we're all done. Side lying position. Push, pull with the arms, create some tension, take a breath in. You radiate, bring that knee in towards your chest. And take it wide. Internally rotate. Oof. Come back down. Extend. Abduct, take it wide. Externally rotate in towards the shoulder. And back down, that's 1. Okay, we'll do 3 on this side. In towards the chest. And take it wide. Internally rotate. Come back by your side. Extend. Externally rotate, take it wide. Come in towards the shoulder. Back down. Nice and long. 1 more. towards the chest, wide, internally rotate, as you kick back behind you, knees stack, extend, externally rotate, wide, in towards the shoulder, and back down. All right, give yourself a moment, and we'll finish with capsular calves, and we are all done. So bring it in towards the chest, take it wide, and stay right there, and then just internally rotate, and externally rotate. We'll go another 3 from side to side. Get as much rotation as you can. One more. And all the way back down. Whew. All right. That's our class for today. We're all done. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope those hips are feeling nice and loose. Again, they might be a little bit tender for a couple of days. They're super tender for 4 or 5 days. Next time we do this class, bring that intensity down a little bit. Thank you, everybody, and see you next time.